Hello everybody, good evening, welcome to the United Stands. I'm Mark Goldbridge and this is your latest Manchester United news on this Saturday evening, where we've also got a watch along for you. It's Liverpool against Manchester United at 1:45 this morning, but lots to get into. As Fabrizio Romano says, there's a here we go coming in the next few days. He's also given an update on Ugarte and Amrabat, that we want both potentially of those players. Lots to get into on the show this evening. Mark was down the pub. I was, Tumbleweed, but the watch along tonight will be epic. Absolutely epic. All I'm going to say is I've made a signing and it's not even the puppy. Just get ready for this. What? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Well, you'll be seeing what's going on on the watch along, because Goldbridge might be standing up. He might be standing up for the watch along tonight. More of that later. But let's get into the show. Lots to get into. And basically, I've got a stand-up desk, which is going to make watch alongs even better, because I'll be able to stand up whilst doing a watch along, which is going to be a different game completely. Let's get into the show though. So Fabrizio Romano has got this to say. Manuel Ugarte keeps waiting for Manchester United as he's agreed on personal terms 2 weeks ago. He wants United. Man United and PSG remain in contact. Loan with obligation also being discussed. Outgoings key for Manchester United, but Ugarte remains top target. Amrabat also on the list. So I think before we talk about what the Here We Go is going to be about, I think this is really interesting. Like, what is actually going on? Is it Ugarte or Amrabat? Is it Ugarte and Amrabat? I mean, I don't think when we discuss it, people really actually understand how important it is. Some people are saying there's something wrong with the sound. I don't know. I don't know what that would be. It's normal. Let me just double check it for you. It is a Saturday night show. Volume might be a little bit low. Sorry. Yeah, I think the volume was a little bit low there. That might have been the problem. But yeah, I think. I mean, look. We probably haven't bought the players Ineos would have hoped. And secondary to that, if it's Amrabat or Ugarte, it makes you get very, very scared, doesn't it? If it's Amrabat and Ugarte, then it makes you get quite happy. So I think that with regards to who it could be at Manchester United, I really hope it's Amrabat and Ugarte, because if it's Amrabat or Ugarte, it doesn't make sense. If I'm being absolutely honest, it doesn't actually make sense, because why would you be all in on Ugarte and then have Amrabat waiting, hoping that, I mean, what I'm trying to say here is that why would you do that? Like, why would you do that? Why would you have Amrabat on an exercise bike in Manchester United shorts, waiting to see if Man United's open goal for Ugarte is going to fall through? I think it's Ugarte and Amrabat. I don't think it's Ugarte or Amrabat, and I've never really thought that. I mean, I don't know what you think, but it doesn't make sense to me, because PSG need to sell Ugarte, having bought João Neves, and we're not that far apart on agreeing a fee. So why is Amrabat on his exercise bike with his top off and his Man United shorts on, thinking, if this falls through, I'm in? I don't think he's been told he's the backup plan. I think he's been told, we want you, but we've got to get rid of a few players first. And I think that's basically what it is. So yeah, I think that's what's going on with that. Apologies if you've got a problem with the mic. I mean, I genuinely can't really grasp what it is while I'm live. I don't know what the problem would be, so I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry. Yeah, mic sounds awful. Should we stop the stream or should we carry on? I mean, I've been down the pub. I can go back down and carry on drinking, so it makes no difference to me. Do you want me to carry on? Do you want me to stop? I can't do anything about it. So sounds a bit grainy. Okay, well, shall we stop? Or should we carry on? Are we going to keep talking about the mic, or are we going to stop? Because I can't do anything about it. So yeah, maybe the gain's a bit too high. Says I mean, I can't do anything while I'm live. I think I have messed around with something here, but let me see. Is that any better? I think the gain might have been a bit high. Greg says that might have been the problem. Live talk. Yeah, is that any better now? Has that made it go? It's too low now, apparently. No, that's worse. That's fine. Okay. Far too low. Okay, let's have a look. Let's try. Let's go there. That might be fine. Yeah, we'll go there. That's sort of in between. Can we move on with the show now, or are we going to keep talking about microphones? Is that any good? Shall I start doing that again? Should we go up again? Oh, it's Viagra. The Viagra's on. Oh my God. You wait for the watch along. I'm going to go higher than that. There's another level. You never knew that was there, did you? Above the Predators and the Nike, there's a pair of Nike, there's a pair of Ben Foster gloves. Yeah, it's all going on. There's another level. There's another level you can't see above that. Do you want to have a little glimpse? What else is up there? Oh, look at that. We've not seen what's up there before. Oh, it's all going on. I'll tell you what. We've got levels to this game. There we go. Come on. It's like a chairlift, this. Lovely stuff. Okay. Right, the watch-along's going to be great tonight. Sounds fine, says Mike. People need to turn their volume up. Bertie says, I've been watching your content since 2017. You're a legend. Thanks for all you do. Massive inspiration. Kerry man living in Dublin. United supporter since 91, says Bertie. Lovely stuff. Andre Smith, great work, Mark. Thank you. James Bay says, first Supercharge, has been watching for a while and wanted to say how much I love the United Stand and these shows. Thank you very much, James. Hello, Mark. Love the United Stand. Love your book, says Del. Thank you, mate. Thanks for everyone who's buying the book. Great content, Bud from South Africa, says Alexander. I'm loving the stand-up desk. Now we can watch you run around the room. Mate, it's going to be such a change. I hate watching football sat down, and I've done it for 10 years. This is like the biggest signing the United Stand have ever made. Me doing watch-alongs, stood up. Oh, my God. You know, if people were thinking, what can Goldbridge and the United Stand do with a watch-along to take it to the next level? Literally, we're going to take it. I mean, when I'm in a pub, I stand up. When I'm going to a match, I stand up. I've had to sit down for 10 years. I'm now going to stand up. It's going to be epic this season. Ineos might not buy any more players, but we've bought a stand-up desk. And I tell you what, people say, oh, people don't copy Goldbridge. They do copy. Watch-alongs didn't exist before we did it on YouTube. How many people will buy a stand-up desk now? Then you know. Then you know, oh, it's my new channel where we say it how it is. When I used to say it how it is on the United Stand because Mark used to pay me to do it. But it's a new channel. Oh, I've got a stand-up desk now because I just wanted one, not because Mark's got one. Mark, gone down the pub. Yeah, anyway, back to the show. So, yeah, look, on Ugarte and Amrabat, Fabrizio is basically saying that Ugarte is now waiting for Manchester United like he's been waiting for the last 2 weeks. PSG want to sell him. We want to buy him. I think we buy him. I don't believe for 1 second that it's Amrabat or Ugarte. I think it's Amrabat and Ugarte. We'll have to wait and see how that's going to pan out, but I really do think that that is where we're at. I think it's both, not either or. What do you think? I'm going to run a poll on this because I just want to get your brilliant opinions on it. What's the truth? I'm going to call it. And we'll say Ugarte or Amrabat. I wasn't even meant to do an 8 o'clock show tonight, you know. Or both. There we go. What do you think United are up to here? Do you think they want Ugarte or Amrabat, or do you think they want both? I think they want both. I'm sorry, Mark, but even if we sign Ugarte today, he will not start over Casemiro against Fulham. Also, mark my words, Rashford starts as a striker versus City, says Leon. Mr. Cheetah says, patent the desk, mate. I don't need, mate. I'm not patenting my desk. If you want to get one, Streamlab. Secret Lab, sorry. Streamlab. Secret Lab Magnus Pro. It's a Ferrari. It's got a like trench at the end of the desk where you can put all your wires. It's got a little thing to put your hard drive underneath. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's got this magnetic thing that you put over it, which is like one big mouse mat. It's great. Get it from Secret Lab. I mean, I've already got a Secret Lab chair, as you can see. But the desk is by Secret Lab as well. It's brilliant. I'm sorry, Mark, but even if we have done that one from Leon, and Craig can't read, he's releasing a colouring Brooks' Park. I don't know who this Craig is with a K. Mark, I'm watching Man United versus Liverpool 2008, 3-0 on MUTV. Hope we beat them tonight, says Desiree. I'm really looking forward to the game tonight, actually, between Man United and Liverpool. I think it's going to be an absolutely fantastic game. And I'm really looking forward to it. I think the way that Liverpool play is going to be a real test for us. So it'll be a real test of where we are as a team. They want Ugarte, but keep Amrabat to lower the price, says Dustin Y. And we have the Europa competition, so we need as many players as possible, says Brian. Just on Casemiro, really want to say this. We are only keeping Casemiro because we can't sell him. So if Casemiro starts again, look, this is a fact. This is an absolute fact. For anybody who thinks that Casemiro is starting against Fulham, maybe you're right. But he's only here because we can't get rid of him. There is no way in a million years he is part of Ineos's plan or Ten Hag's plan. They just can't sell him. So if he starts against Fulham, you might be right. But there's no way he's part of their plan. Absolutely none. They just can't get rid of him. That's what's going on there. Fly Skyer says, drove 13 hours after flights cancelled to the game. Glory, glory, Man United, says Fly Skyer. Where did you drive from? 13 hours. You've got to be in the States. And this is why United needs to hire you for transfers, Mark. That desk is going to be the best signing in United history, says Outdoor Adventures. Mate, the watch along tonight when I can stand up, oh my God. I mean, I've done this for 10 years and had to sit down. I hate it. And yet, we've had some epic moments. Anyway, second point coming in from Fabrizio is this tonight. You might have heard it already today, but this is what he's had to say. Fabrizio Romano. Aaron Wan-Bissaka to West Ham is expected to be a here we go in the next few days. Not my words, the words of Fabrizio Romano. Aaron Wan-Bissaka to West Ham is expected to be a here we go in the next days. So we can say that a here we go is coming. It's on the download very, very soon for Manchester United. And what I would say in addition to that, and we know this of course, is that I've been saying this for a few days. I think a few of you as well have been saying it too. We are going to sign. Sorry, no, we're not going to sign. We are going to sell Wan-Bissaka after Liverpool. I said it before the Betis game. We shouldn't pick him. We did pick him. We're clearly going to pick him tonight. So he will play. He will play tonight and then we will sell him. Look, you might want to be doing that at 1:45 tonight. You might want to do that for 2 hours between 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock because we will pick him. And then if he doesn't get injured, we will sell him. If he gets injured, we're fucking idiots. But I think that here we goes for Wan-Bissaka. As soon as he played against Betis, it was very obvious to me that he was going to play against Liverpool. So I don't believe that West Ham are negotiating a fee with Manchester United. I don't believe that West Ham are negotiating wages with Manchester United or Wan-Bissaka. I think West Ham have been told you can have him as soon as we're back from the tour. It's a risk. Of course it's a risk, but that's what I think is happening. Mark, I'll have you on while watching us beating the Scousers, plus a battle of the Dutch on the sidelines. Come on, King Eric, says Stephen Farrell. Love that. Double D says, did some business early on with what Ineos had to spend. Anyone who thinks that the Glazers will spend a penny bringing players in is crazy. Ineos can only buy if they sell players. Wake up, people. Glazers out, says Double D. I think you're right, mate. I think you're absolutely right. I think Ineos had very little money to spend, and I think they've got to sell to buy. I think the Glazers have done nothing this summer other than take $1 billion from Ineos and put it in their own pocket. They are an absolute drain on this football club. We have to leave Old Trafford because of them. They are just sat there in the background waiting for dividends and profit again. And for some reason, all the protests have disappeared because Ineos are trying to do it with 28%. Where's all the money? Why are we having to sell to buy? You know, where's all the revenue? Where is all the profit? It's all locked up in debt from the same people who are sat in the background now living the life of Riley. They win either way. If Ineos fail, they won't get the blame. If Ineos succeed, they'll get the profit. They own half of this football club. Their job got easier the day they sold 28% to Ineos, because now they just operate in the shadows, making profit, not having to put any money in, with nobody moaning about it. I think you make a great point, Double D. We haven't got any money. We haven't got any cash flow, and the Glazers don't get the blame for it. There has not been Glazers out trending once for the first time in 10 years this summer transfer window, because they're not seen as responsible. But they are responsible. They put us in the debt. They've let Old Trafford rot. We have to sell to buy. They gave out the stupid contracts, but they don't get any blame anymore. No one's protesting. No one's talking about them anymore. It's all about Ineos, but it's very, very clear that Ineos don't have a lot of money because they only own 28%. So the Glazers are still a massive problem for Manchester United, but nobody talks about it anymore. So well done, Double D, because you're one of the few who realises what's going on. They're in the background with the debt, not freeing up any money, letting Ineos crack on. Can I get a shout out? Just got my dream job back in the NHS. Thank you very much. Nicholas McCrory, big shout out to you. Dino says, Twitter forgets Rashford last season and slander you. I don't know what that means. Is your new desk made out of gravel? Mike is fine, says Kieran G. And Sly Cooper says, hi Mark, what do you expect to happen next week in regards to sales and incomings? Well, I think Fabrizio's absolutely spot on. And we will get a here we go on Wan-Bissaka as long as he doesn't get injured tonight. I think that's absolutely nailed on. And then we'll get a Mazraoui coming the other way. I hope we'll get Ugarte because he's sat waiting for us to sell what appears to be Scott McTominay. And Delete. Hopefully that will happen. But, I'm not going to start saying it's going to happen because... we said this week would be big and then it wasn't. Kickoff time, by the way, some people think it's midnight. Apparently it's 1:45, so it's 15 minutes later than everyone else thinks with regards to that. Just on Rabiot as well, just some other stuff coming out that Rabiot wants 240 grand a week on a 3-year deal. Yeah, he ain't coming to Man United on that. Forget about it. Rashford and Anthony, with regards to tonight, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I've not done a preview for this game. I would say because Heaton played against Betis, Onana will play tonight. Wan-Bissaka will play at right back. Could be Murray at left back because Amas played. I don't know. Maguire and Lindelof, I would imagine, at centre back. Casemiro will be holding midfielder. I think he will play McTominay and Mount. Hopefully he'll play Collier and Mount, but I think he'll play McTominay. Ahmad will start. Sancho will start. And I suppose it depends if Rashford's fit or not. So I reckon our team will be something around that. But yeah, I mean, look, Liverpool have looked quite good in both their games so far. And I think they'll give us a test tonight. I think it will. Just interestingly, Turkish reports are now saying that Galatasaray really wanted Scott McTominay, but they can't get him because they can't afford him. We've always said that, haven't we? We've always said that that was always going to be the case. Just on Rabiot, by the way, I think that... I mean, look, Michael says Rabiot ain't the guy, and I do get that. And MUFC says Rabiot thinks he's silk. The problem with Rabiot, we've already known this. He does think he's better than he is. He does think he's one of the elite midfielders in European football, which he isn't. But he is decent. I mean, he's not McTominay. Like, he actually is decent. But the problem with we've tried to buy Rabiot for 2 of the last 3 summer transfer windows, and every time we fell short because of the wages that he wants. I've said for the last 6 months, you can't not consider Rabiot because he's a player that Man United have tried to get for the last 2 summers, and he is available for free again. But you can't be giving him 240 grand a week. He'd be on the same wage as Bruno. Like, Man United aren't stupid now under Ineos. It just won't happen. But he isn't a bad player. Ben Thornton says, what if Wan-Bissaka fakes an injury to stay at the club? Mate, Wan-Bissaka wants to leave Man United. I think people forget this side of things sometimes. Like, well, we've got to keep Greenwood. We've got to keep Greenwood. Greenwood wants to leave. We've got to keep Wan-Bissaka. We've got to keep Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka wants to leave. So, look, it might happen with somebody who doesn't want to leave, that they'll fake an injury so that they can stay. But Wan-Bissaka wants to play football. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to not play. So he's not just going to sit back and go, oh, I've got an injury, so I can be back up to Dalot. Wan-Bissaka wants to play. So he might pick up an injury tonight, but I think it would be genuine if he did. Ronaldo number 7 says, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is the best right back in the league. A team like West Ham will be getting gold in him. Any less than 20 million at least is a robbery. Only got 1 year left on his contract though. Dowald says, hi Mark, long time since the super chat. Any news on Shaw? A bit concerned of the fact that there is nothing on him. He's just been on holiday, mate. He's just been on holiday. He was playing in the Euros, played in the final, and he'll be back on Tuesday. But I agree, he needs to be fit. If he doesn't stay fit, then it's a waste of time, isn't it? Get your questions in, by the way. Carbon says, thank you for everything you do, and the community is the best in the world. Going to my first game ever against Fulham. Can't wait. Keep up the hard work, says Carbon. You are the best community in the world. We are the original gangsters. We do it best. We've done it the longest, and everyone else copies. But I tell you what, I'm very, very proud to be able to give you this tonight. It's going to be a game changer to be able to stand up on a watch-along. I can't believe I didn't do it sooner. But it's going to make things a lot easier, mobility-wise, to be able to just move around. So really looking forward to it. And my back problems should get a lot better. There is still hope that Casemiro will play better with better defenders behind him, like in the first season. Look, Sven, I like Casemiro. I really do. I'm tired of saying it. I like Casemiro. I defended him at the start of the season when everyone said his legs have gone. I'd love him to turn it around. But as I've said before, Sven, why? There's too many reasons. 350k a week is too much money. He's a yellow card every tackle he makes, and he's ridiculously inconsistent. And at the end of last season, it felt like sabotage. There's 4 reasons there why I wouldn't take the risk. If we do take the risk and it works, happy days. But all I'm saying is, if you're asking me, if I was in charge, whether I would take the risk on 350 grand a week, what felt like sabotage at the end of the season, inconsistent performances, and the fact that he's 32, I think that I would, and he's a yellow card every bloody tackle, I just wouldn't do it. I think there's too many things contradicting the risk. James says, if Casemiro leaves, we will get both Ugarte and Amrabat. We needed the centre-back badly. Cannot fathom Magaluf. That will be gutting, says James. Mark, I'll have you on while watching. I've done that one, of course, already. Thank you very much. Love the intro music and clips on That's Football. Yeah, check out the video on That's Football. We tried something a little bit different. All I'm going to say is we might be trying something like that on the United stand soon as well. So, look, I'm always evolving. I think I'm always evolving. We're always evolving. You know, you can't stand still in this game. And you've got to stand up sometimes, as I'm going to do with the stand-up desk. But we're looking at things for the new season. We're always looking at things. There's a project I'm working on at the moment that would be massive. So, look, we'll just have to see how it goes. You've got to evolve, not revolve, says Clown. Mark, if we win, will you sing They Not Like Us, says Chris. Why do Sky Sports presenters dress like hipsters? Kieran, it's Saturday night. I'll answer any question. I don't watch. I mean, look, I don't know whether anybody does. I haven't watched Sky Sports News since Jim White left. It's weird to me. I thought it started going weird about 2 years ago when I saw people that had been on this channel and other channels presenting on Sky, and I thought, what the fuck is going on here? You're not even getting the A-listers. And then I turned it on this summer, and I saw people like Cave and Sky Sports Chef wearing white trainers and beige T-shirts. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? Like, do what you did well properly. Stop trying to evolve into a bunch of bloody hipsters off TikTok. I mean, I just don't know what Sky are doing. Do what you did well with people in suits and authority. Stop trying to get old men in dressing like a hipster. Like, what are you doing? It's so shit. It's really shit. And that's what happens when you get producers who are old school trying to be down with the kids. It's stupid. They actually had a really good brand and they fucked it. But look, it's not our problem. Do you want United Stand theme song? I own an ad agency, says Parker. Go for it, mate. I have to admit the improvements in Casemiro's fitness, says Gear. What, based on a couple of pre-season games, mate? Thanks for all you do, Mark. My book is on the way. Can't wait to read it, says Miles. You're going to go far. And GI MUFC says, hi, Mark. Just bought the book. Hope United can aim for a top 4 finish. If we can get on the lucky side of injuries, keep up the good work. Come on, United. Thank you. Get your questions in. Loving the questions tonight. I tell you what, I can't believe how many people are buying the book as well. You're absolute legends. You know what? Thank you very much. Hello, Mark. Who is the most important out of the 3 targets in your view? What a question from Shob. These are the questions we want. It's not even a super chat. It's just in the live chat. Basically, who do I think is the most important signing out of Ugarte, De Ligt and Mazraoui? What a great question. Well, what do you think in the chat? I think the most important signing out of those 3 is De Ligt. Because the way I look at it is I go, well, Wan-Bissaka does need to go, but he's still good. Casemiro does need to go, but he's still, you know, it's Casemiro. The way I look at it is, if we don't get Mazraoui, Delo can play. If we don't get Ugarte, Casemiro can play. But if we don't get De Ligt, it's Maguire and Martinez. So De Ligt for me. I don't want to see Maguire and Martinez. And that's nothing against Maguire, but it's the low line, isn't it? It's the low block. I want to see the high line. So De Ligt for me changes everything. Because if you play De Ligt, it makes Casemiro's job easier because he's got people closer to him. If you play Maguire, Casemiro's all on his own again with this massive deep line. So De Ligt has to be the most important player because he will get the line higher, which will make a weaker Casemiro stronger with people closer to him. But if you prioritise Ugarte, you've still got Maguire and Martinez miles away from him. So, yeah, it has to be De Ligt. It has to be De Ligt. But what a great question. What a great question. PS Dream Killer, thank you. Welcome to the Members Club. Robert Peter says, we're waiting to go to the game versus Liverpool. Do you know where Beth and other United Stand staff are? I know where they will be. They'll be in the press box where they've been all tournament. To be honest. Casemiro and Maguire leave, Ugarte and Rios, the midfield, would solid. I think he's talking about McTominay, actually, the Duke. United needs to fucking cross the damn ball. Lovely stuff. And Outdoor Adventures says, in your personal opinion, how do you see this transfer window ending for United? I mean, look, I won't be accurate on this, but I might be close. I would say Ugarte, De Ligt, Mazraoui come in. Wan-Bissaka, McTominay, Hannibal, Lindelof and Pellistri go out, and maybe Amrabat comes in if Casemiro or Eriksen go, and I think that will be it. Danish, welcome to the Members Club. You're a legend, mate. And Jacob says, what if the Liverpool players kick the shit out of the players we want to sell to make us weak for next year? Love you, by the way, says Jacob. I mean, I don't think that will happen. I don't think that's going to be Arnie Slot's approach to the game, but you never know. Thank you very much. And Mark, apparently there is a Here We Go on Mazraoui on another channel. You know what pisses me off, right? Is that, and it's fair enough, you know, you're the biggest, the best community. I'm talking about you. The shit I get every time I do a video now, if it's not completely accurate on a thumbnail or a headline, One of my editors this week sent me some screenshots of other United channels. They're a lot smaller, obviously. And I was like, I'd get slaughtered for doing that. I'd get absolutely slaughtered for that. They're literally saying, here we go on bloody Mazraoui, or here we go on Wan-Bissaka, and it's not even true. That's clickbait. Do you think we have a good backup for Kobe Mainoo, says Master Obi? No. I don't. I think at the moment, our midfield, we play midfield 3, don't we? 6, 8, 10. We've got Bruno, we've got Mainoo, we've got Mount. And that's it. I mean, we still have got Eriksen, Casemiro and McTominay, but really, Mainoo, Bruno and Mount are the only 3 I trust. Collier's going to be the understudy. We're too short, I think. I think we're too short in relation to what I would like to have in that midfield area. Leroy says, is that not the problem, though, when you criticise Sky for dress code and them inviting normal guys, hence with people like Gary Neville and Simon Jordan refusing to have a conversation with you? Hey, Leroy, I didn't say it's wrong. I just say, for me, it's not for me. I don't want to put... honestly, I don't want to put Sky on and see a nobody wearing a pair of white trainers and a polo shirt. I don't. And honestly... if it was Robbie off AFTV or, you know, True Geordie when he was actually relevant, then I'd go, oh, this is innovative. But I don't want to watch some C-list fan content creator. You know, if you're going to go with fan content creators, go with the A-star. Get Robbie on. You know, don't fucking go and get some C-list one that nobody really knows who they are. If you're going to use fan content people on mainstream, use the best. Don't use fucking C-listers. That's my point, but your point might be very different. As for Simon Jordan or Gary Neville having a chat with me, I don't care. I really don't care. Like that. Or the only people who lose in that are the audience because they'd like to see it. But nobody. Look, it's the same as boxing, isn't it? Some people swerve people all their career. People just don't get to see what they want to see. Some people don't want to see it anyway. But, you know, we're all entitled to our opinion. Leroy, if you like what Sky are doing, then you're watching it. I just think, really, I liked it when they were sat in a suit, professional, because that's what I used to pay subscription for. The only reason I pay for Sky now is because they've got Premier League rights. I don't pay for them to watch Sky Sports News. I haven't had Sky Sports News on in the background for years. I used to have Sky Sports News on there, on silent. Now, it's just a second browser where I've got Twitter on. Because... you know what? There's some fantastic aggregator accounts that are quicker than Sky. United Stand MUFC on Twitter is quicker than Sky. You know, MUFC MPB is quicker than Sky. I don't need to put Sky Sports News on anymore. It's just irrelevant. The only reason I subscribe to Sky is because of Premier League football. But if you like it, Leroy, that's fine. It's all about opinion. Some people can't fucking stand the United Stand. Well done. Well done. I don't like the One Show. I don't watch it. So it's all about opinion. Mark, where are United Stand staff? I have something to say about McSauce, says HP. We will be in the stadium already, mate. So I don't think we'll be outside. Corran's giving away 2 tickets for the game tonight. Who would you buy to cover Kobe at the 8s as Master? I think we've got Mason Mount. I don't want to buy an 8. I want to buy 2 6s. I mean, it's a great question, Master Obi, but I don't want to buy an 8. We've got Bruno, 10. We've got Mount can play 10. We've got Kobe 8. We've got Mount who can play 8. You've got Collier as the young player. If you bring Amrabat and Ugarte in, I'm happy with that 6. I really, really am. So I don't want to buy that. X from Spurs on Sky would be hilarious, says Jakey Boy. I do. I know who you're talking about. Expressions. He's a funny guy, and he's a nice lad as well. When it comes to content creators for United, you're the best, and frankly, they can't afford Juice's Outdoor Adventures. I don't think I'd do it anyway, mate. I really don't. That's why I said Robbie. For me, over the last 10 years, taking myself out of it, there's only 2 real A-listers when it comes to, you know, innovators in the fan content space. And that would be Brian on True Geordie with Loz when they did the kickoff. and Robbie with AFTV a few years ago. And if you're going to use fan content creators, then you should go for the best. That's my... It's like what we're talking about at Man United. Do you want to sign Ugarte? Do you want to sign Amrabat? You know, I know the space as well as anybody else. There's a lot of shit pretenders out there. There's a lot of people who literally look at that and go, can I get those graphics? Can I talk like this? You know, there's people doing it for Liverpool. There's people doing it for Chelsea. But I don't know why we're even talking about this, by the way. But bringing it back to Manchester United, you know, go and get the best. Ineos think that Dan Ashworth's the best. Ineos think that Wilcox, Barada, the best. Go and get the best. There's no point going and getting people who aren't the best. And, you know, bringing it back to tonight, we'll be standing up doing the watch along. I can't wait. But I'm not that bothered about the match tonight. I really don't think there is a result tonight that will mean a shit. I really don't. I think when you look at the game tonight, if we win, it's pre-season and we're not going to pick this team. And if we lose, we're missing about 10 players. So I just think tonight's a free hit. But it'll be interesting. The thing I'm interested... I mean, I did a video on That's Football about it today, about Arne Slot. I think Liverpool's appointment of Arne Slot is really intelligent. And the only way you can compare it to Man United is what we did after Sir Alex. I mean, we fucked up. I mean, the amount of Liverpool fans and some United fans who are saying Arne Slot has only been there a few weeks and look at what he's doing with Liverpool and Ten Hag's been here for 3 years. Arne Slot's inheriting a Klopp squad. Ten Hag inherited a Solskjaer squad. I mean, and they still won't let him sell Solskjaer players. What I would compare Arne Slot and Liverpool to is what Man United did after Sir Alex. I mean, David Moyes after Sir Alex was why this club fucked up for 10 years. I think Klopp to Slots is really interesting. And I think the game tonight's going to be really interesting because I think Liverpool are going to knock the ball around really well. And I think some United fans are going to panic. And I think some Liverpool fans are going to overreact. I don't think the result matters at all tonight. I don't even know what we take from the game tonight because most of these players will not play against Fulham. So I'm looking at individual performances again. I'm looking at whether Ahmad can have a good game again. I'm looking at whether Collier gets half an hour again or Amas gets half an hour again. Honestly, I think the tour's been great. You know, I think America has been sensational. I look at some of the content that Beth's done out there and it's been amazing to be out there. But on an actual tour preparing us for next season or this season, I don't think we've learnt a lot. I mean, we've seen Maguire and Lindelof playing. We've seen Wan-Bissaka playing, McTominay playing, Casemiro holding the midfield. Sancho's had plenty of minutes. And you look at it, you go, I just don't think these players really are going to be part of this season at all. You know, there's no Mainu, there's no Bruno, there's no Shaw, there's no Martinez, there's no Garnacho, there's no Xerxes. Yoro and Rasmus have got injured. There's no Delo. You know, there's just... And I've forgotten other players as well. Ugarte, De Ligt. There's just so many of our first team that aren't going to be that haven't played on this tour. So as much as I've enjoyed the tour as a bit of a holiday, I don't think we've actually learnt anything from it, apart from Collier looks really exciting, Amas has been really good, and Ahmad's been sensational. So I'm quite relaxed about the game tonight because I really do think Liverpool might tear us a new one, possession-wise, but maybe we will win. Maybe we won't. What is the strongest area in Manchester United's squad at the moment? Because I've got no clue where we excel. And what's your thoughts on Richard Rios, says the Duke. I wish people had stopped talking about Richard Rios because we're not going to sign him and he seems to get mentioned every stream. What's the strongest area for Man United? You make a great point. What is it? I genuinely don't know. Rizik says, hi Mark, trust you well. Any news on a left back? Not at the moment, mate. Raphael says, welcome to Members Club. He's a new member. And when it comes to content creators for United, thank you very much. I've done that one. I'm giving you away 2 tickets. Lovely stuff. Right, I don't want to go on and on and on and on because I've got a watch along. The kickoff tonight. I just want to double check this, but I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. Man United tonight will kick off at... What's this stupid bloody thing? Why have I got a big stupid twat flashing up on MUTV? You piece of shit. What are you doing? Get off. It's like some sort of bug. Yeah, apparently Man United are kicking off at 12:45 tonight. So I'll go live just about midnight. Yeah, 00:45 United are kicking off tonight. So watch along will be about midnight. You do not want to miss this watch along tonight. Goldbridge is going to be stood up. I don't want to show you the top level because it's not finished yet. But you've never seen those gloves and stuff before. So I'm nearly stood up. There is another level to go, but I'm stood up now. So imagine me watching a game going, oh, you fucking idiot, you should have passed that. There's another level to go. That's me sat down. That's me stood up. So there's another level to go. But that will be revealed later. Can't wait. Can't wait. Am I going to go to bed, Danny? Why would you go to bed when you're going to go live at midnight? That would be stupid. Hi, Mark. If we don't get these signings done, we can say goodbye to top 4 this season, says Christian. Speaking to Liverpool fans, what did you think about the guy with Beth who said Eric is a counter-attacking cup manager? Slot could not beat Ajax, Ten Hag. He only had the chance to shine because Ten Hag left, says Jackie Boy. I haven't watched the video that Beth did with Red Men. They're very, very passionate Liverpool fans. But unlike me, they don't seem to be able to assess anybody else without their red tinted glasses. I've done a video on Arnie Slot on how I think he's a good manager. But Liverpool, they're very, 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 very tribal. And I don't think they can say anything positive about Man United. We haven't got a counter-attacking manager. We've got a counter-attacking squad. There are threats of storms tonight, by the way. So keep an eye on that. The weather could be quite bad. So keep an eye on that tonight as well. Right, everybody, been legends tonight. Make sure you smash a like on the video and subscribe. Don't forget, the biggest signing of the summer is going to be the stand-up desk. And he will have his debut, or she. We'll christen them. We'll give them a name later as well. Really looking forward to it. Thanks everyone for watching tonight. And I will see you at midnight tonight for the build-up for Manchester United against Liverpool. Take care. Smash the like on the video and subscribe. Thanks everyone who's buying the book, by the way. So many nice messages in the chat, as always. You're absolute legends for that. I think the link's in the description if you want to get your copy. And I'll see you later on for the watch-along. Stay safe and take care.